Hello, welcome once again to this channel. I sincerely appreciate you for constantly coming. Today I have a brief topic that is so interesting and you need to know it as a solar user or an installer, or even as a learner or someone that has practiced solar system that still find it difficult to agree with some things that are happening in your solar system. Permit me to bring you this topic that says common errors in solar system that does not require repair. I repeat, common errors in solar system that don't require repair. How do I mean? There are so many things that happens within the solar system. Most of the times it seems to be faults, but actually they don't require repair. What happened is this: something happened along the line and all of a sudden your system stopped working. You need to first of all watch this video to the end, ensure you like, comment, and probably share it to anyone that uses solar system so they can be duped or being deceived by people on spending money on things they can handle on their own. One of those things that I need to tell you is when you wake up in the morning and you find out that your system or your solar system is actually bringing low outputs, panic not. I have solution to it. You don't need any installer, you don't need any technician, you don't need any electrician, you don't need any engineer. I must tell you this with me beating my chest, because I am bold to tell you this, because I know the solution is within you. How do I know that? When you look at the solar system, all you need to identify is first that time that it happened. What time of the day does it happen? Is it in the morning or at night? You consider these things. If it is in the morning, is the day cloudy or sunny? These are the factors you need to know. When you have done that and see what is happening around, I will equally show you how you can solve it yourself. First, when it is the day or in the morning, you should know that during the morning time, there is no sunlight enough to charge the power system or the solar system. All you need to do is exercise little patience, turn off the system entirely, and ensure that they begin to charge. When it might have fully charged, do what again? Reconnect it, and you see your system. When I mean reconnection, it doesn't mean that you will probably lose or disconnect. All you need to turn off the switch and allow the charging system to boost before you can do that. In doing this, you don't actually need anybody to assist you. All you need is touch the on button and put it in off position, and automatically your system will be resetted. When you do this, you will find out that you don't need to spend extra cost on the system that you have installed. In the same way, I have other ones to be considered, but before that, like, comment, share. I just finished talking about the low power output, which I told you you have to constantly consider the morning, the evening, the cloudy or the sunny day. So let's assume you just wake up in the morning and you have finished using your solar system, and all of a sudden your battery dropped down. How do I mean? You just finished using your solar from morning to morning. Are you getting it? Yes, when I mean morning to morning, probably you finish the installations and it has been serving you every day from morning till daybreak, and all of a sudden one day you woke up and decide to turn on your solar system again, and it happened that inverter refuses to turn on. I must tell you, you shouldn't bother yourself much. Do you know why? It doesn't require much attention. It's something you can handle on your own. You don't need to put a call across and call somebody to come and check what is happening. No, all you need to do is first note this that I want to tell you. You should know that every system, like the inverter, has a required voltage in the battery that is needed to turn on the system. And when you have used your battery over time and the efficiency start dropping, what happens is that the threshold of the battery goes down, and because of that, it won't be able to energize the inverter at a moment. What you need to do is you relax, wait a bit. When the sun comes on, the inverter will come on its own. How do I know that it happens? Because I have experienced it in so many ways, and this is part of it. When your battery is low, it needs to be boosted, and that can only happen when there is sunlight, or probably you on external source to boost up the charging system. But if that is not done, all you need to do is wait a bit. Over time, the sun will come in and your system will start working. Why? You don't need to spend money where it is not meant to be. So when such thing happens, it costs you nothing. All it requires is patience for your system to start working again. I know I'm hitting the points right there. Click like while I bring you the next thing you need to know, so you can't spend your money when it is not necessary to be spent in cost of installations and maintenance. See you in my next video. The next point I need to bring your way is when your inverter displays what we call grid voltage out of range. How do I mean? When the inverter shows you from the display board that the grid voltage is out of range, what it simply means is that the voltage is not adaptable to the charging system of your inverter. So what do you need to do? First, you have to consider the frequency of the system that comes in, if it aligns with the inverter. In Nigeria, we already know that we have 50 Hz when we talk of frequency, whether from the grid or from the inverter system. So there must be an alignment for the charging to take place. And because of that, when there is imbalance in the system, the voltage might go high or below what is required. In that case, it will be affecting your inverter system because it is a modulated sine wave already that you don't need to start doing or altering the settings. No, because the components have been conditioned to work in a perfect condition. So whenever there is out of range for the voltages, it definitely affects your inverter system. So in this note, in this case, as you can see, all I could ask you to do is, first of all, consider alerting or contacting the grid managers, people that supply you the electricity, or probably turn it off and allow your solar system to work with your inverter. That is the best alternative. Then when the light or the electricity is restored back to your house, you can now see if it has aligned. But if it doesn't do that, you need to contact a professional engineer, or equally a professional technician, or an installer that knows how the system functions properly. If you don't do that and you are trying to enforce the voltages to function with the system, you will definitely lead the inverter to damage that will cost you more than you bargained for. Let me show you a shocking aspect that you need to know. And when I do that, I know you are going to love it. Watch the next common fault that doesn't require repair, but to watch my video is the solution. Let's go there. All right, like I constantly bring the video to you, I actually know that I am settling some issues that you don't need to spend your money on. You can say that I'm saying it because I'm a professional or because I have solutions to all these things. Yes, I have solutions to all of them, and that's why I'm giving you the solutions that you can equally apply in your system. In my hand like this, look at what is on my hand. This is what we call battery analyzer. Yes, what this does is to ensure that the battery is properly analyzed. Whenever you contact me to solve a problem of your battery not holding charges, I don't regularly consult this, or I consult this on a rare occasion. Probably I have checked every factors that could cause it before adapting to the use of this. For instance, when your battery is newly brought in, it requires high charging, several charging points in order to maintain the cycle for it to function properly. So when your battery is not holding charges. What it simply means is that it needs higher charging time. When you are considering the battery, you know what we call DOD. So when you know those factors, you consider is, you see that the rate at which it will charge is dependent on how healthy the battery is. So the state of charge is dependent on the state of health of the battery. So when the battery comes in and it is not charging effectively, first you have to consider that this battery is new and it needs high cycle, many cycle for it to come on. So all you need is to be patient and allow it to get properly charged before you turn them into use. If that is not done and you are in haste to ensure that everything is fine, the technician will take advantage of you, because the moment he comes, the first thing he will tell you is, this thing will take 3 to 4 days for me to rectify it. You will think he's doing a job. Of course he's doing a job because you are the one that invited him. But what happens is, as he engage you by taking off your mind that this will take 3 to 4 days for him to execute that job, all he does himself is he just put it on a charge and go back home, or even be there staying with you, eating your food, spending your money. When he finish spending your money within the period of 2 to 3 days, because he knows that the battery is already boosted up, he will come out and power it and you see it working. You will be glad because you paid your money, because you did not have this information. But now that I've shown you that this is what you must look out for first, you won't go ahead to spend your money, because I've introduced the ideas and open up what the installers do when you don't know what you should be doing in your system. See you in my next video. They have not finished. I have a lot of them in bulk, and as you are watching the videos, I'll be unveiling them one after the other. Let's go there. The next thing I need to secretly reveal to you is when you have like 2 charge controller, or you have your solar system that is working, and all of a sudden you discover that the PV, when I talk about the PV, we are talking about the photovoltaic, that is the panel voltage. When it becomes very low or high in a particular system, what you have to do is to first of all consider the temperature variation in the panel. When the sun is at the peak, there is tendency of the panel generating enough voltage, or the required voltage. When the sun is low, when there is no sunlight, there is a tendency of this panel also generating lower voltage. So when you consider this temperature variation, you should be able to know that you don't need maintenance per time, that you don't need an installer to come and tell you that your panel is not working, your inverter is not working. All you need to understand is that, oh, the weather is cold today, the weather is high today, oh, there may be probably my panel is too much for this charge controller, I need to upgrade the PV. So these are the common things you should know, so nobody will play fraud on you, nobody will play tricks on you, because you need to understand the functions of this in order to ensure that the voltage is maintained properly. And when you do this, trust me, you won't be spending money unnecessarily. So that is why I make out my time to ensure that I give you the hints on what should be done per time. As these common errors are coming, know it that not all the errors or faults requires repair. Some of them require your patience, and when you do that, align with your inverter, and because of that, it will begin to fluctuate. When that happens, it means that the system is not adaptable to the grid that comes in. So in the same way, it can show you grid error on the process. Don't panic. All you need to do is wait for the power to go off and come back, and it will stabilize. There's no cost for maintenance, no cost for repair. All you need to do, wait a bit, or disengage yourself from the grid. When it is restored properly, you cannot turn it on to use it for charging. If that is done, then the last part of it, here is the last part of it, and I believe you are going to enjoy it. You see this is very critical, very brief, important, and it is needed by anyone using solar system. Pay close attention bring your ear close, so the technicians, the installers will not eat your money without you giving them your will to do that. If you are close here, I want to tell you one secret. Whenever you see that your panel is not generating enough energy, first consider the weather we are. If it is a time of dust, know that there's what we call dust accumulation in the panel. If you look at this panel, it is sound, very clean. It doesn't require anything for it to function except the sun. So when there is accumulation of what? Dust, the efficiency of the panel will drop because the sun penetration to where the cells are will be hard. So for that to be avoided, all you need to do is kindly dust off your panel on a regular basis. Probably your panel is on the roof and your hand cannot reach them. That is the only time you have the opportunity to invite somebody or call in any technicians that you know that can clean it for you without breaking the panel. In the same way, if you don't want to do that, you can easily wait. Whenever there is a rainfall, the rain will use its hand to do what? To wash it on its own. Is this clear? I know you'll be saying, I like talking like I like talking, and I'm talking because you like listening to me. So listen to me, get it in detail, so whenever you see my video, you will like and comment, because I know that these are helpful to you. So make sure your panel is cleaned on a regular basis to avoid accumulation of dust. When that is done, you save cost of maintenance, cost of repair, and nobody will deceive you to take your money without anything properly damaged. So you can only invite a professional when you try all these things that I showed in these videos and you can't handle them on your own. Of course, we have a team and we have people that does repair. Likewise, there are many professionals over there. We can equally help you, recommending some of them if you can't reach us. But I know we're always available to assist you